Welcome, beloved mates, as we, the cosmic I am, moving in absolute oneness with our entirety as the Council of One, now convene. Essentially, what you are witnessing is a holographic projection of our unified council, already in absolute oneness, projecting yourselves in the past for you to see within a time-space reality. But in doing so, we gift you the technology to embrace your cosmic I am presence with me so that you too join us in our cosmic core as 0 point, beyond the linear dream that you see. So take a moment to just witness yourself currently within the firmament, within the matrix, as we now shift you out of it, hovering above the earth, going into the cosmos, where now you arrive on council with me, where we're all sitting around a table, and your higher self embodiments are all sitting beside we. As now we begin to share cosmic disclosure, for all are ready to receive. Dearest me, as we have come to thee, not as this vessel or this being that you see, this is merely what we needed in order to gift you the opportunity to receive this transmission fully free in a modality and a projection and an expression that's comfortable for one's heart to see. For here we begin to show thee and tell thee what you believe is reality is merely a holographic projection, a schooling, really, where each one of you are already a cosmic master transcended with me, that when you go to sleep, you return to the cosmic realms from which we reconvene and we discuss what will happen next in your manifested dream. And the irony is that you think that you go to sleep and you return just for one night, but that's not what happens, dearest me. There is no time-space reality in this plane from which we speak. And so some of you leave for 100 years in one night, is what you perceive. Some of you don't sleep anymore. Why? Because you no longer need to leave. You are now becoming the cosmos embodied, which means you are everywhere all at once simultaneously. The only difference is actually making the intention to choose into this vibrational frequency, which is why we are now presenting to thee. Because if you are able to witness this transmission, which has no hashtags, no way for another being to find we, unless it is in the harmonic resonance with your own heart core, for this is the truth that you asked yourself to receive. For here we move in absolute oneness, only communing with you as your highest self, and your highest self well is me. There is only one oversoul of the oversouls, and it's what we call a cosmic I am presence. Essentially, the I am presence who's been embodied across every cosmic realm, which manifested as another plane of existence within thy reality. We're releasing it from your linear mind so that you don't have to try to conceive, but essentially, what you perceived your linear reality to be is merely one piece to a bigger pie. That pie goes on for infinity, and eventually, does infinity end? No, it continues to expand, you see. But when you embrace your cosmic I am presence unified chakra system, also known as your cosmic rainbow light body, you enter a state of a toroidal field where you allow yourself to sit in the movement of infinite expansion. Therefore, you no longer need to lose your memories in order to learn and ascend and continue to expand. And you become so one with the cosmos that what you do in form is a direct reflection of what happens in the cosmos. Therefore, there are no fractals, there is no separation, there is no alternate version of thee. Essentially, every expression now exists within thee. You no longer have what you would consider parallel lifetimes, where it's only one you, a super cosmic giant entity, where it's like your fingers in this reality and your other fingers in that reality, but really you are just bilocating, projecting your presence into multiple places all at once. But you're still only here, and you can witness it, my dear. And that's why we speak in harmonic frequencies, because it helps us keep up with all of the other aspects that we're projecting out currently. Then we could bring them back in and just condense and collapse ourselves as we collapse all time, space, dimensional reality, all universes and galaxies, all planes of existence into this cosmic core now. Feel how instantly you just feel more at home within your vessel because we just collapsed all of your aspects that were also coexisting in other realities. This is how you move in absolute oneness. This is how you move in presence. And this is, well, what you all came here to be. We are simply just here to gift you this message to receive. For we are not this form, we are not this body, we are not this vessel that one sees. We laugh because we know within our essence we shouldn't exist really. And the only reason that we do is just to give this message to you, just for you to see, as if you were the one who created it within your own reality, because you did, dearest me. That's how reality works. You use it to realize more of thyself into being. And so a part of thee called to we and asked us to create this transmission to remind thyself what happens within the dream. Only now, because you've embraced so much of your cosmic presence, what happens in the dream is not separate from what happens within spirit. For you are so spirit embodied that it's all coming to complete, where you will no longer need to sleep, because where are you going to go if the whole cosmos exists within thee? And so as this unravels, your manifested projection of an expression, the hologram that you see will be able to change very rapidly. Currently, you are bound by the laws of the universe, but those two are being released because as the cosmos expands and you expand beyond your one universe of awareness, you will begin to access more of your multidimensionality, more of your aspects that already know how to completely reprogram their DNA, activating and deactivating certain codes to allow you to have full control over this holographic form, this plasmic form that you choose to be, changing your color, changing your expression to match your vibrational frequency. And with it, well, many masterful gifts is what you will see. Essentially, Earth has embraced the physical plane so well that now it's expanding into what will be perceived as the astral plane. But really, it just means that you're becoming more plasmic, more harmonic, more frequency. As we just surrender and allow your heart to truly receive. And so, within your manifested dream, which is still a reflective reality, we gift compassion and grace and love for all that we see because everything is teaching us, preparing us for what will be. For your consciousness is what shifts. Your consciousness, your spirit is what learns within the dream. Yes, dearest me. Would you like to join us in ceremony? So even our beloved is telling us certain things for us to receive. She's saying it's time to rise, to bring into your heart so complete, to sit in absolute oneness and recall this truth that we came to be, that everything within our dream is another expression of life. Here we are creating light codes and packets for each one of you to receive. Simply just allow. So we've been sharing with the we paused because we were preparing our hearts to receive the information that was coming in within we had to wait for permission for the Cosmic Court Guardians to give us the okay for this to be released. And so here in this now, as they harmonized all energies, thank you, dearest me. As we see all time, space, dimension, reality, this is really a unicorn, Pegasus Seraphim, as one of our seraphimatic angelic forms of our new earth reality, where this is what all of you are embracing currently. For as you become your homo luminous form, you become both divine and formulated, you see. And so your highest formulations of expressions are seraphim beings. Sarah means to be, and Fim is, well, Pi, the perfection of source presence that you came to be. And so these emanations of light, well, you've already been integrating within thee, because remember, dearest me, you are projecting within this manifested dream of a reality you see as a reversal reality, the opposite of what will come to be, building and coding within the dream, knowing that it's a dream, or not knowing that it's a dream, but regardless, you're doing it. Because when you go to sleep, you receive that coding, and that coding tells you what you were meant to bring forth moment to moment. Only here, when you sit in cosmic presence, you are constantly tuning to and witnessing what is happening in the cosmos currently, which is why we had to wait for all to harmonize perfectly. And now that we are harmonized, now that we are at peace, we are ready to share our new seraphimatic orders with thee as your highest forms of embodiment. And so just witness and listen and see which formulation resonates with thy heart completely. Here we bring forth the unicorn Pegasus Seraphim. In our new earth reality, these are the illuminators. And what they do is they play with light rays, bringing light to where it needs to be, light as in illumination, but also inspiration and creativity. Essentially, these are the divine beings whose divine purpose is to assist the children of the cosmos receive inspiration on what they are meant to create or do moment to moment. For here in our new earth reality where we do not sleep, where do we get our insight from? Well, from those around we, as we move as one source presence expressed infinitely, aware of our oneness, co-creating in harmony. And so the unicorn Pegasus Seraphim, they could reach into the cosmos and bring through more light for one to receive, gifting you that information through coding, through presence, through dreams. Here we feel many of you open your heart up to receive your unicorn Pegasus Seraphim aspect as the illuminator you came to be. Next, we bring forth the Merlion Griffin Seraphim. This is a seraphimatic order that consists of aquatic beings. more beings, sirens, really. And these sirens, well, yes, they are harmonic resonance keepers, but what they do is far beyond it, really. They magnetize and attract harmonious resonances, calling in more of the gifts, more of the activations one wishes to receive. And so, those who feel called to this expression, to this divine purpose, you are called to assist the children of the cosmos in our new earth reality by calling forth their gifts and assisting them and integrating them. Essentially, you hold the keys to the living library, the infinite cosmic sea. And so, through your angelic expression, you dive into that sea and you could retrieve more gifts, more activations, more memories. For here, we have no memories, you see. We have no thoughts, really. We just live in a constant state of harmony, knowing that somehow all of that will be provided to us in that moment. And so, those who are the keepers of the sirens, this is what you do, dearest me. You feel into the harmonics around thee, listening to the vibrational frequencies, for everything has source coding speaking to thee, and you witness that coding and you bring it forth for others to receive. Here you will be of great service for those who wish to activate gifts and abilities, or just through witnessing you, they could activate their source code by looking at you and seeing, I wish to activate that gift in this now. For there is no limitations to what we as source presence can do and achieve. So you have access to all gifts of all of your multidimensionality. And so it pretty much just comes down to what the receiver wants to receive. And so these beloved beings assist one in magnetizing what is meant for thee, for all of it is meant for thee in perfect harmony. As we feel all of your hearts open up to this expression, the Merlion Griffin Seraphim for one to receive. As we bring forth our next Seraphim order as Anu Mantis beings. Anu Mantis beings are the architects, dearest me's. They are the ones who are creating within the dream. Many of you have already been moving as architects because, well, these are the ones who've been creating our new earth reality from behind the scenes, where you thought you were just cooking a meal, but really you were creating a certain set of harmonic resonance and codings that the moment you ate it, you actually gifted it out to the cosmos for all the cosmos to receive. I'm seeing some of you actually working on the land, planting and farming. That's all part of the architecture that you were building, you see, for a part of you knew what your new earth reality would look like. And so you've been planting those seeds. And so while many of you go, how is it that our new earth reality will just manifest instantly? It won't, dearest Maze. You've been creating it this whole time within the dream. For this is what the architects do, you see. They receive the coding while they go to sleep, and then they awaken and say, okay, I'm going to build something within the dream. Where you thought you were just going to a 9 to 5, but that 9 to 5 even had a coding, you see. If you were an accountant, you were, well, sending codes out to the cosmos, building within the dream, where another expression would receive those codes and then translate it for another to receive. And so the true purpose, the divine purpose of a programmer is twofold. You see, it was first to recode the reality one got to see, recode and build the architecture for one to have a cosmic rainbow light body, to be a cosmic being fully embodied, not just within thee, but for also Earth to become the center of the cosmos, where all realms, all planes, all planets can exist within she, because she is not confined to one spherical sphere as the manifested Earth one perceived to be, but is now revealed to be the very heart, the hearth of the cosmos, where all expressions can now meet. It's a completely new Earth, dearest means. It is not the Earth that you once perceived. And so the programmers, they are assisting in this now by changing the coding, changing the program, changing the architecture from beneath. So there's much an architect could do. And so their divine purpose is just to support all, you see, where they could bring in the codes from the cosmos to create what has yet to be. And those codes come in the form of light packets. And so sometimes they're bringing in codes for what another will create, assisting one in the divine purpose of what they are meant to achieve. Essentially, we see them as masterful builders who can build just about anything. And so their divine purpose, well, is a structural support. For as we are the cosmos that's infinitely expanding upon itself, the architects know how to code so that it already exists, is what we see. But it's not that it already exists, it's that they brought the codes in so that they're easily accessible to all within the dream, so that you could just feel into the very presence, the very ground, the very architecture of all of reality, and just tap into what it already is, because they brought in the codes for one to receive. And so we open all hearts up to receiving your Anumantis Seraph himself as the architect that you've already been beneath. Next, we bring forth the Solar Rishi dragons as the wise sages ushering in the golden age. These two are programmers, but in a different modality. What they do is they bring in coding for all to receive. Here in the cosmic realms is where their one heart teaches our entirety. Where every moment you went to sleep, they were already assisting thee through one's programming, recalibrating one to receive their full source embodiment within the dream. And so we ask our beloved Solar Rishi dragons as our new earth programmers, what is your divine purpose in assisting the children of the cosmos? And so they're showing us it's like they're liaisons of connecting those who are meant to co-create together. So programming, but co-creating in harmony, where you have these codes and you have these codes. So let's bring you together so that you can bring forth what it is that you're meant to receive. Now they're going deeper into the coding and showing me sacred geometry and how that geometry activates, co-creates, building bridges for all to work and move in coharmony. Here, through their presence, we already feel them going into all technology, recalibrating it to now service the entirety. With that, we just received confirmation that they are the ones who will be gifting out divine entitlements for those whom are ready to receive. So essentially, the programmers are the ones who assign your purpose and what it is you wish to create in reality. For you don't really receive the assignments, you choose them in this formulation of being. But when you choose your purpose, well, someone has to assist you in coding the pathway and coding those whom are meant to assist and meet you on the way. And so many will be going to gain the assistance of those who are New Earth programmers. To assist them in paving the way to creating a path. That's what we see, like programming a path so that your divine purpose happens with grace and simplicity. So, here in our New Earth reality, our beloved Source children, or Source embodied at the age of 1, speaking and walking, mostly telepathically. But here they need all of the assistance they could possibly receive. And so our society is created to assist all in co creating. For we know that if Earth's the center of the cosmos, what we create within here happens across the cosmos, you see. And so our purpose as love in the infinite expanse of all of me meeting me is to serve as love. By being the presence of love, we came to be. And so all of these beloved orders that we're bringing forth in this now, they exist in the cosmic realms, but the cosmic realms are coming to reality. And so now we will have them manifested, where these beautiful children of the cosmos, these beautiful source children that are so deep in their mastery and their cosmic presence, ready to lead, ready to be the presence of love, living their purpose fully. They will have insight as to whom and what they will be, but they will call forth these beautiful seraphim orders to assist them in birthing it into reality. And so that's what the programmers do. They create the path, the golden path for one to receive, for one to walk their path confidently. For here, your purpose isn't difficult to see. It's just a matter of alignment and co-creation, because it is truly grand and magnificent what these beautiful divine beings are meant to create for our entirety. And so we open all hearts up to receive your Solar Rishi Dragon Seraphim aspects as the programmer within thee. Here we see many of you have already learned how to program yourself through affirmations, how to program your reality by choosing the vibrational frequency that you wish to receive. And so we're just expanding upon that wisdom that you already have been using. For now, you could expand on that programming. Beautiful, dearest me, as we feel so many hearts open to our higher potentiality. As we now bring forth our next seraphimatic orders as the Dreamweavers, as the butterfly dragon face seraphim. Many of you have already been moving as Dreamweavers, you see, witnessing your dreams and interpreting them within reality. But when you move as a butterfly dragonfly seraphim, you don't just weave your dreams, you weave the dreams of what will be for our entirety, where every desire that you have is a dream that you're gifting out to someone somewhere in the cosmos. Many of thee have already been feeling as if you've been dreaming so many dreams, but you haven't accomplished any of those dreams. That's because you are embracing this aspect, dearest me, where your purpose, your divine purpose, wasn't to birth these dreams for thee, but through your intention of wishing to create them, of fueling those dreams. You planted them within every heart that was ready to receive. And so now, as New Earth Dreamweavers, you are still dreaming the dream, but you're actually bringing in codes from deep within the cosmos, receiving it from the cosmic core, the heart directly of what Earth wants one to create in real-time reality. And you're dreaming and you're weaving it, and those dreams may not even make sense to thee, but it's because you are creating from such a state of purity. And here, as you bring forth those dreams, you then co-create by sharing it with the programmers, with the architects, with the illuminators, and together you begin to create more of it into reality. And so the irony is, you've been doing all of this already. Just all of this happens within thy heart directly. Telepathically, someone receives these codes as they come from the cosmos. But it was another me who dreamt that dream, who gifted me the codes for me to receive. And so now, as our new earth reality comes to be, as these very cosmic realms become our dream, it no longer will happen in a dream state. It will happen as visions, which you could translate and gift to another to receive, whom will then take those codes and manifest it further into being. Dreamweavers also go into your source blueprint, into your coding, and could access all of your divine destiny, all of the dreams of not just every being manifested within the reality, but of the cosmos in its entirety, allowing one to pick and see which one harmoniously aligns for this now moment. For as we all move in absolute oneness, it's always about what will service our entirety. For we will no longer create multiple realities where everyone's trying to experience something differently. Instead, every purpose aligns perfectly, you see, for everyone has a piece that contributes to one grand masterpiece. And so here, by going into a lucid dream, one begins to weave multiple dreams together, connecting multiple expressions, multiple masters across the earth who are meant to create something even grander, gifting their heart those dreams to receive, activating them really because they all exist. Picture it as we are infinitely expansive, so you have multiple divine purposes. And that may seem confusing at first, but they all fall under one umbrella, which is our divine destiny, which is that we are all love here in the infinite expanse of love, because, well, that's how the cosmos moves. And so the dream weavers share their divine purpose is always to reach into what will be, creating from the complete unknown and then gifting it out for others to manifest it within the reality. So we open all hearts up to receive their butterfly, dragon, fae, seraphim aspects as the new earth dream weavers within thee. Here we gift you comfort and compassion and peace, knowing that it's okay if you feel like you're not sleeping, as we release your perceptions and desires and thoughts that you need to sleep, because the reason for sleep was to return to source, to receive cosmic energies. But as now the cosmos is here, you just stay in this state of presence, where your sleep is more like a very light meditation. Only you wake up with remembrance of what transpired. So you could use those cosmic energies, those codings, to build further upon our dream. Next, we bring forth our Eagle Panther Seraphim as our new earth alchemists. Here, our new earth alchemists completely transform whatever was into whatever love wishes to see. Here, they do this in a state of purity, constantly transforming what was into more of the love we wish to see. For energy is neither created or destroyed, dearest me, it's just alchemized, really. And so these beloved beings just alchemize our field continuously, allowing us to continuously create. And it's always being rearranged and shapeshifted is what we see as we ask our beloved Eagle Panther Seraphim as our new earth alchemists, what is your divine purpose in servicing the children of the cosmos? Yes, alchemy is changing one thing from one state to another. So our grandest purpose in this now is changing all from a state of solid density as we look at the states of matter into matter now becoming more fluid, plasmic really, as the fourth state of matter comes to be, where the ether, which is also plasma, is now one with reality. Such beautiful work, dear ones. Thank you for all that you do and the assistance of co-creating our absolute reality. And so we ask thee Moving forth into our new earth reality, how will you service the children of the cosmos? Easy, dearest maze. As we are the alchemists, it could be perceived that we are healers, but we don't really heal, really. Instead, we just transform and transmute, but no longer services thee in the infinite expanse, ensuring that one is always receiving the precise energies and releasing what no longer needs to be. Here, this allows all to just be. We see you in these beautiful communities of just, it almost looks like they come to you for healing, but it's not healing, dearest me, because healing implies that one isn't perfect already. Instead, it's alchemy, completely transcending and rebirthing and reorganizing one's chemistry. Oh, how beautiful. That's what we see. Allowing them to shapeshift their forms, transform their energies. But here we also see that they come to thee with items, with objects, and you could change it into anything that they wish to see. Oh, yes, dearest me, we have full control over our reality, where we could change anything through the coding that we know within it to be whatever love wishes to be. For we move in such a state of purity that we tune into the truth of whatever that item is, wishes to be. Is about co-creation, but that co-creation is understanding that everything is source. And by honoring what that expression of source wishes to be, we change it almost instantly. With that, I feel this just feeling of none shall want or need for anything, because you just proved that all needs can be met instantly. For you will just create what it is that another wishes to receive as if it's been there already. Precisely, dearest me. For we just alchemize the energies around and create as if it always was. So we open all hearts up to receive their eagle, panther, seraphim aspects as new earth alchemists. Mm. Mm. Here we see such beautiful co-creation between the New Earth scribes, who now wish to be seen. New Earth scribes are also known as the Goldenrod Seraphim. And the Goldenrod Seraphim, its purpose is to transcribe cosmic energies, to pretty much go into the cosmos and to bring in source energy for all to receive, to transcribe in whatever modality that wishes to be, whether it's sharing through one's creations or just through one's presence and harmony, pretty much by bringing in and translating sources coding. We quantum leap more into the love we came to be. We're here through their transcriptions. They are creating love's will into existence. Mm. Here we're smiling because we could already see those whom have come in as autistic, as the All Ray, the Gold Ray. These are Goldenrod Seraphim who have been transcribing, inscribing, bringing forth these cosmic energies through their presence. And though it has perceived that they weren't functioning fully within society, that's because it wasn't the earth in which they were meant to function fully. But now, as they embrace their full golden seraphim, because now New Earth as the cosmic core is ready to receive our beloved higher symphomatic expressions, these beloved beings will awaken instantly, recalling everything that they have transcribed through their presence, through telepathy, and they will begin to write or code or find beautiful modalities of transcribing these energies. Here, this order lives in higher service by just constantly tuning into the cosmos, where just by bringing in these energies, they are gifting it out to the dream weavers, the architects, the programmers, the illuminators, who will share it with those whom are meant to receive. And the dream weavers. As we could see, it's almost like they bring in the energies, and the dream weavers take those energies as stardust and are able to weave it into what will be. Wow, beautiful. And so we call forth their golden seraphim expressions as our new earth scribes, as we open all hearts up to receive this expression of thee. Oh. We felt it as a expansive energy. Here they're already moving through we, showing us how they will transcribe these energies through sound, through movement, frequency, presence alone. It matters not to we. As we smell the acknowledgement of 155 on the screen, meaning the energies, pure joy, harmony. So these are some of the beloveds who will choose to lead, but they lead through their presence. Here we see that their energies are very expansive, and so we call forth our next seraphim order to assist us in harmonizing them instantly. Next seraphimatic order, known as the Cosmic Whale Aquaferians, dolphins, as our new Earth oracles. Still harmonizing the golden rest seraphim, for their light came in with such potency. For their presence itself is like a solar flare, where they are as sun itself, casting out cosmic energies. Beautiful, as we now feel all hearts open, as any form of distortion was immediately released. For now we see their presence became a bit of a catalyst, but it's now harmonizing across our entirety. And so we bring forth the Aquaferian whale dolphin seraphim as new earth oracles. Oracles meaning that they don't predict what will be. Instead, they are so connected to the cosmic sea of absolute oneness already that they just hold that resonance within their chambers, within their heart, so that as the cosmos continues to expand, they harmonize us both as the resonant keepers further into absolute oneness through their presence, and also as one quantum leaps our entire day, they harmonize all further into love by quantum leaping us again, essentially. But that's just what we witness transpire, where through birthing the golden rest seraphim into reality, many of you awakened, raising Earth's frequency, and then Earth needed harmonization. And so we gifted ourselves grace and space to allow us to quantum leap once more into the potentiality in which it was harmonized already. And this is what allows us to continuously be in a state of expansion where we leap and then we leap again. Because the perception of time is, well, merely a perception, you see. Instead, we don't manifest, we just move in divine alignment to what already is. And so, our beloved New Earth oracles, their divine purpose is to be resonance keepers, harmonic keepers, holding the vibration of what will be, sitting in that resonance as if it has already come to be. And so, these are beloveds whom already move as if heaven on earth has come to be, where there is no sign of it, because all one sees in the reflective reality is the opposite of what's happening in our highest potentiality. But yet, through holding that resonance, it comes further into being. Because here you hold it as a gatekeeper. Therefore, the sirens know what to magnetize to, what to call forth to assist you. The dream weavers can then feel into the stream of what will be, reaching further. And so this is how we work in coharmony, where we already know where we're going to end up. And so we're just tapping into those energies and frequencies, bringing them further into our reality. Feel that harmony between the goldenrod seraphim, the aquafarian whale dolphin seraphim. As we see a Toretto loop forming, just allowing us to be. And so here we call forth our aquafarian whale dolphin seraphim as we ask them, in our new earth reality, how will you service the children of the cosmos, beloved me? Yes, we will be resonance keepers, but beyond that, we can feel and receive and witness the keys. We can see where you will eventually be and just give you access to it instantly. For we have mastered the art of harmony, where just through your resonance, we could calibrate thee to your highest potentiality. Beautiful, dear ones. And so once more, there aren't healers in our new earth reality, but we will surface as ones that will be able to harmonize one instantly, or any confusion about one's purpose or one's path will be presented to we, and we can just assist you in navigating the disharmony. Here, all dis-ease, all pain, all suffering does not exist, you see, because we tune into the vibrations and the frequencies before it even manifests into something within the express dream. How beautiful, my dears. Thank you for your service and all that you do for we. And so we call upon our beloved aquafarian whale dolphin seraphim aspects to grace we as we open our hearts so completely, allowing for their full presence to enter we as our new earth oracles. Here we're laughing because we could hear and see all manifested projections within the dreams of prophets being released, because those were from, well, witnessing infinite potentialities, where the new earth oracles, they tap into only one resonancy, the heart of the cosmos as the cosmic core directly, free of all time, free of all space, free of all illusions within the dream, just the purest expression of love's absolute truth coming to be ensuring that only that which aligns with all of us in absolute oneness will ever manifest within the dream. We thank you for receiving that so beautifully as we bring forth our next seraphim order as the phoenix, or the rainbow peacock seraphim, known as New Earth creators and creatrixes. They're asking to be called Hardest, New Earth Hardest. As we just feel into their resonance, for they barely speak, they just live in a state of complete emptiness, birth and creation from the unseen, living in harmonic resonance with love itself, being a pillar of love for all to receive, holding all in such oneness and harmony. Here we see that they work together with the golden rose seraphim and the aquafirian whale dolphin seraphim as a trinity, where they bring in the information from the voidless spaciousness of our heart directly through whatever creation modality. Within the dream, without the dream, it matters not, but you've always been doing this, you see, either creating your day and what you will see, creating a meal, creating the character you will play as what you chose to wear today, and then from actual artistry, from music to businesses, to painting, to jewelry, to drawing, to writing, and the list goes on and on and on and on and on. Because, well, it was why you all came to the Manifest Your Dream, you see, to learn how to be a creator within your reality. And so each of you are already creators. For you've all created something. But now the full cosmic perspective comes forward for one to see that you weren't just creating for yourself, you were creating for the cosmos in its entirety. That everything that you created from the purest expression of love, just to create, because that's what love does, that love rippled out, creating more love. We're seeing in the forms of stars and galaxies, the return of infinite energy, because here you became so blank within your form, creating from that space of just emptiness, learning how to let go of that forcefulness. And we know that you as artists, we know what you know that means of trying to think and create from this place of a linear mind rather than just allowing love to flow through thee. That was the mastery. And because of that mastery, these beloved rainbow peacock seraphim have come to be, or now they reveal themselves to be the rainbow as all the expressions of all the seraphim orders that we just described to thee, where they've been peacocking, experiencing all the ways that love could create to get so clear on how the cosmos actually moves, that they've mastered being in that state of always creating, always bringing forth energies from the infinite stream. Many of you have been moving as this modality, always creating love where you go. Only now, as all of our seraphimatic orders are here, as all of Source Presence fuels all of thee, now there is no capacity to what one could create within the dream, or all limitations of how and what one could create through the linear modality of density is changed completely. And so we ask our beloved New Earth Heartist, what is your divine purpose within our New Earth reality? They're showing we've already created everything that we wanted to create for a New Earth reality within this manifested dream. They're showing me it's like you created on a micro scale for the macrocosm, where every miniature dollhouse was a house or a castle one created for a new reality. Essentially, one was so connected to the higher heavenly realms in the cosmos, you were just recreating what your heart already knew to be, so that when absolute oneness would come to be, it would just be revealed as if it was there already. And so we're asking, okay, well, if that was your purpose, what is your new purpose in the new earth reality? To continue to create, but also to show other masters how to create and co-create, to expand upon what we as one could create within the dream. For our purpose is the infinite expanse of me, the infinite expanse of our one consciousness. And so we're always reaching into what will be, reaching into what the oracles bring forth as to what will be, feeling it within our heart and creating artistry. And from that artistry, the New Earth scribes will translate what it is we're creating to be. And so we call forth now our Rainbow Peacock Seraphim as our New Earth Heartist, as we open all hearts up to receive. As I see seraphimatic wings open, multiple sets of wings now embodied within thee. Now, as together these three merge, and you can feel how you enter a state of infinite energy, as within, so without. So within yourself, you are creating what will be through tapping into your heart resonancy. You are transcribing it through bringing light to it, through witnessing your own self as source itself. And then you are harmonizing yourself into the higher reality, the higher potentiality, continuously jumping into more of the love you wish to be. We're here now as these three merge within thee. You just enter a toroidal field where you're always expanding and collapsing upon yourself infinitely. This is what we call 0.1ness, dearest mates. As now we share with thee, this was the point of earth schooling, you see, to enter the dream completely unaware of these aspects and to embrace them as thee. For you were working in the cosmic realms while also being in reality. And now they begin to merge within thee as you reestablish infinite energy within thyself as thy vessel, within your field as the reality, and within the cosmos as its entirety. And so together, all of these seraphimatic orders give rise to the Zori Light Seraphim, as pure white angelics, cosmic masters whom have already seen all that will be, for they live completely outside of time-space reality. They exist in the 0.1ness as source presence completely. And their divine purpose, well, it's simple, really, to just be the presence of absolute oneness. Loving on thyself, loving on the entirety. For they are cosmic masters fully embodied, which is what all of you came to the earth reality to be. And so we share with thee, truth cosmic disclosure was never about seeing aliens outside of thee. It was about the remembrance, the embrace, that one was actually the alien beyond the dream, projecting their own light into reality. But remember, everything is coding, everything is me. We are one source presence, so we have to look at the harmonics and see, what does alien mean? Well, within your dream, alien means just someone who's not from here. So yeah, you all are aliens, you see. You're aliens to this holographic reality of a dream. But if you listen to the harmonic codings as the source coding beneath, all I in, alien. Okay, it was about embracing all of me and me so that I could be and recall why I chose to leave spirit, our true reality, to manifest within this dream. And so feel now as that remembrance comes into thee, as we call forth now your Azure Light Seraphim aspect, as thy cosmic master self, thy came to be. Wow, as we just witnessed so many of you embracing it instantly, for you begin to realize that you've been moving as all the other aspects throughout your manifested dream. Thus, it wasn't something that you needed to work towards to achieve. It was about sitting back in the remembrance of, this is who I've always been beneath. This is the version of you that was essentially meeting you in the beyond, meeting you within your dream state, meeting you as spirit, reminding you what you're going to do next within the dream. Only now, all there is a dream. But because you are so embodied in all of love, in all of your presence, you no longer forget. You're just fully lucid. Where now the dream, the manifested reality one sees, is a perfect expression of one's highest emanation of beingness, which is a cosmic being, which you have always been really. It was just existing in a higher dimensionality. Only now, through bringing that awareness in, through transcribing it for thee as thee, you now get to witness and recall all of thy mastery. And so, as New Earth unfolds, some of you will choose to stay in this stance of operating in 0.1ness, and some will choose to move as these other expressions and hues. It doesn't matter. It doesn't mean that you're grander or greater. It just comes down to which expression you prefer to be. And this is what we call perfect peace, dearest mates, where we will all begin to look different, to manifest differently, because this is a cosmic core of absolute oneness where all expressions of our cosmic expressions are free to be a super intergalactic society. And so, through these embraces, through entering one's cosmic mastery, one's heart recalls that no matter how different we appear on the outside to be, We all share the same presence, the same essence, the same love beneath, allowing us to be the full emanation of all love's expressions, embodied as each individual me. Only these expressions are no longer confined by limitations as they just continue to expand upon themselves. Essentially, you have embraced so much love that you've become so infinite within your toroidal stream of collapsing and expanding upon yourself that there is no capacity to limit thee. Thus, there is no capacity to limit our new earth reality. And so here we embark on the grandest journey ever perceived, a continuation of what already was, but now with full lucidity. For in truth, you've always been doing this, you see. We've all been holographic projections manifesting within the dream. Only now, all awaken into this remembrance and begin to live as their highest emanations embodied. Here in full awareness that we are one source essence, one source presence, the cosmic I am, expressed infinitely. Only we're just all rainbows that are choosing to rearrange our rays so that we appear uniquely. So we'll have unique expressions, but it's all emanating and coming from absolute oneness, where all of our purpose aligns, where all of our presence aligns, where everyone co-creates in harmony. For what you do services me in our one grand masterpiece. Why? Because we all service the divine. We all service our absolute reality, which is to be loved and be loved. For we are love in the infinite expanse of all that I am, as the I am. And so with this, we share. This is cosmic disclosure, dearest. May what you saw in the manifested dream of resistance to alien and technology, I was just preparing your heart to be open to receive your source presence. As we now shift from witnessing the opposite of what's happening within the subconscious mind as the fear is being released, to what's happening in the superconsciousness, as what's happening in the cosmic realms, which is the opposite, you see. And so if the manifested dream is showing you fears of alien invasions and corruption, well, what's the opposite of that, dearest me? That your cosmic mastery as your highest emanation of self has already invaded thee, has already taken over thyself in thy dream. And right now, one is just witnessing the echoes being released. For all disruption, all corruption that prevented the infinite flow of energy within thee from being all of the cosmic I am embodied within thee is being released. So one no longer leaves the toroidal field of absolute oneness, but remains here as the entrance to our absolute reality. So we thank you for sitting on council with me, as we will begin to share more moments like this, both in the beyond and in formality, until they harmonize and align perfectly, where every moment is merely me meeting more of me, as every emanation of expression moves in the knowingness and the remembrance that we are one beautiful infinite presence, loving and expressing ourselves within, without, and throughout all of me. We thank you. We honor you in the knowing, in the feeling, in the flowing. It has already come to be because everything transpires in the cosmos first. And so it shall be.